a LinkedIn connections dashboard. Most people have no idea how to do this. First, you need to download all your LinkedIn connections into a CSV file. The way that you do that is that you go into LinkedIn, you click on Me, you click on Settings and Privacy, then you click on Data Privacy, and then you go to the section where it says you can download my data, then you click on Connections, and then you hit Download. And 15 minutes later, you refresh that same page and it'll say download your archive. It'll come in a zip file. You unzip the file, and inside there will be something called a connections.csv file. You open that with a Google Sheet. So let me show you how this is done. I'm going to share my screen. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to download Ivan's connections and show you how I go ahead and download Ivan's connections as well. All right, so let's go ahead and do this right now. Looks like my battery is dying on my laptop, so bear with me. I'm going to share my screen and show you how it's done. Okay, so Ivan sent me his connections.csv file. I'm going to press download, and as you can see, it was just downloaded. Now I'm going to go to open up a new sheet. I'm going to go to sheets.google.com/new. I'm going to do share this tab. I'm going to do blank spreadsheet. Okay, so now I have a blank spreadsheet open, as you can see. So this is my little blank spreadsheet. I'm going to do file. I'm going to do import. And then I'm going to click on upload, browse. I'm going to find that connections.csv file, and it's uploading. Okay, now I'm going to press import data to replace this new spreadsheet. And it's going to populate all of his connections right in here. Check this out. I'm really excited about this. All right, so now I'm going to type in Ivan Pollock LinkedIn connections dashboard 2024. Okay, so now I have his connections. I'm going to delete the first 3 rows here. Right click, delete. And now I'm going to bold these first over here. I'm going to freeze them and then bold them so you can kind of see this a little bit better. Now, let's see if we can check some insights out over here. Stats. And let's take a look at his connected on date. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do year over here. I'm going to call this year, and we're going to type in equals left, or equals right. And we're going to do this, and we're going to do semicolon 4, close. Okay, that'll populate the year. I'm going to Control C, Control Shift down, Control V. Okay, so that'll also break down the year. So it's pulling the year from here. You see that? So on the right side, you see he connected to 732 people in 2024. You see that right over here? 2012, he connected to 172 people. 2021, he connected with 97 people. So I can easily filter out the people that he connected to each year if I want. I could also take a look at his most popular positions over here. So if I click on positions, you'll see he has founder, owner, chief executive officer, president, CEO. These are the types of people that he's actually connecting with. I can take a look at the top companies. Self-employed is number 1, then Janus Associates, Robbins Research, Tony Robbins, freelance. Those are the most popular connections that he has. If you want to see the most popular first names, you can see Scott, David, Michael, John Roberts, and mostly men it looks like he's connected to. And then most popular last name is Miller, Johnson, Taylor, Allen, and Kahn. You could also see the demographic of people based on last name as well, which is really, really interesting. So if you want me to build one of these out for you, just leave a comment, let me know. Just write dashboard in the comments. I can go into other people's LinkedIn connections dashboards. For example, I can pull up Ren's. See, this is Ren's here. I'm going to pull a Google search button from here. Control C. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go back into Ivan's. Share this tab instead. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to say Google search. And I'm going to paste that in here, and I'm just going to fix this to be A2, and then we're going to do B2, and then we're going to do E2 for the company. Okay, and what that does is when I do click on Google search and I click on this little button here, it shows first name, last name, company name as a Google search, just like that. Makes life so much easier. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, Control C, Control Shift down, Control V, and that'll pop the Google search into everything. Okay, so now we have this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to say, make one right column here, and we're going to say recognize, and then we're going to make another column, strategic, and then we're going to do another column, and we're going to do enrich. Now, if I want to enrich these, all I have to do is type yes to enrich, and then it will go ahead and enrich those people right there. I'm going to close this column stats thing here, but what I want to know is, do you want to enrich these people? Are they strategic for your business? Do you recognize this person? So as you're scrolling down, you first want to go through the process of recognize, strategize, and then prioritize enriching. So that's what I would. And I will do prioritize, okay? And we're going to call this enrich. Okay. So if recognize, strategize, prioritize, my process for going through this entire sheet here and identifying who are the people that you actually know versus don't know. So how long would it take to go through 1,400 people? I'll show you. We're going to go through this one page at a time. We're just going to quickly read this, see if there's anybody that I recognize here on the list. And do you see how quickly I'm doing this so far? We can actually put a timer on just to see if there's any names of people that I actually recognize. And you could take a break or so every 100 people just to kind of breathe a little bit. Okay, we got to 100. You see that didn't take much time for us to get to 100 people. And you can see all the dates of the people that we're connected to. So this is just July. We're going to keep going down here. Okay, that's very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on File. We're going to click on New, Spreadsheet. Okay, and now we have a brand new spreadsheet. We're going to do the same thing. File. We're going to do Import. And we're going to upload, browse, and we're going to pull up Tammy's connections. I just downloaded it from a zip file, unzipped it. We're going to replace the spreadsheet. And we're going to call this Tammy's LinkedIn Connections Dashboard. Now I can borrow information from here. So I can go here, copy this, paste it into here. Do you see the way it pasted all this into there? And I'm going to delete the first three here. First three rows. I'm also going to go back to iBiz and just grab the code for year and for Google search, and then just paste it in here because these are codes. I'm going to press Control C, Control Shift down, Control V, and then it's just going to populate it for everything. So, for example, for Tammy, if I want to see the insights, I'd click on H, click on Data, click on Column Stats, and it's going to see she connected with most people in 2020, 2023, 2022. This one she had 1,000 people. So far in 2024, she haven't really expanded her connections yet. She hasn't had too many. I can see exactly how many. I can actually filter. If you use the filter option here in Excel, click the little drop down here. You could do clear, and you can go to 2024, hit OK, and now you can select that, and you see these 295 people she connected with this year alone. which is really great. And you can also see who disconnected from her by comparing this to other sheets. So if I want to know who disconnected from her, I can easily compare this. We're going to be building this into Evi AI Pro, so you can see every time you upload your connections.csv file, who changed jobs, who disconnected with you, and all that, all the goodies. Which I think will be really cool to know, like, whose account was canceled and what happened to each person, and also just enriching in people's information. So the ability to enrich people's contact information is really, really useful. And also the ability to Google people's information is useful as well. So if you want such a dashboard, I'm happy to build one out for you, no cost. Just let me know that you want one, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and build you a dashboard like this. I'm doing it for a limited amount of people. Eventually, we're going to be building it into Evi AI, but I'm happy to do this for a couple people to make their life easier. But going through these connections, let's say, for example, Tammy has a few thousand connections. Let's see how many she has total. She has 6,000. So going through these 6,000 connections can take time. Tammy LinkedIn connections dashboard, July 2024. See that I just name it and just like that. So this could take quite some time, but it's much, much faster than doing it on LinkedIn. Because if I had to go through LinkedIn, it would be very difficult for me to do that. But over here, I can do it very quickly. And I can see exactly who is who and what's what, and be able to build out those relationships pretty quickly. So you could also sync up relationships and know who is connected to me, that's connected to you, kind of like a virtual mutual connections thing. So for example, if I go in here, I'm going to share this tab instead, and I want to leave a comment, say on Joy's profile, I can go ahead and leave a comment on her profile for my comment bank. You see that? Joy, your words resonate deeply. Forgiveness is indeed a powerful gift that we give ourselves. I'm going to press insert. A really good custom comment I have over here. It's really awesome. Now, if I wanted to go to Joy's profile and see the connections we have in common, I see we have 13,000 connections and we have 300 in common. But who are these 300 connections? I would have to click on this and start doing research. But if we both had dashboards, we can kind of sync up our dashboards together, and then we can see who we have in common and who we should have in common. And how do we automate the ability to grow that? So having a dashboard could be really helpful for us to be able to compare connections with each other and really support each other in a meaningful way if we're networking together, because most people have never done that before. Let me go in here and check my profile viewers. So these are the people that actually viewed my profile. And as you can see, imagine if I was able to check out any one of these people and be able to see which one of my connections I have mutual with them and how well these people actually know this person. So for example, if I went to Tracy, I can go to Tracy if I have an actual relationship with Tracy and I say, hey, how well do you know this person? But if Tracy had a connections dashboard, I could and she gave me access to her dashboard, that would help me be able to take things to a whole new level. I'm going to go ahead and plug my device in right now, just so that it doesn't die. My phone's complaining. It's like, dude, plug me in. All right. Say, have you heard Okay, I'm going to message Tracy real quick. I'm not even sure that she's using LinkedIn. It doesn't look like she's very active. But she did post 22 hours ago. She just reposted this. Let's see what she said. Wishing I was at Big Sky Mountain tonight. to watch the bulls in action. Must be super fun. Okay. Bernard says, telling anyone to wrap their arms around AI and hold on. Creative destruction is on its way. No one will be immune. It'll create almost many opportunities it destroys. And oh yes, pray because more than ever. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Not everybody likes AI. Some people like it. Some people are really scared of it. Let's see what Brett is looking at my, he gave me a like over here. So he sent me a connection request. Looks like he's an Iron Man. He has 26,000 followers. Amazing. Looks like we have 87 connections in common. I'm going to hit accept. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to actually use Evie AI to message him now. Let's just see if this works. So building a relationship. I'm going to use a template from within Evie AI. New connection. Generate. Let's see what it does. Thank you for connecting me on LinkedIn. I'm looking forward to getting tonight. I appreciate the engagement on my content, Jim. It said Jim. His name is Brett. I don't know why it said Jim, but I fixed it. Okay. That's really nice. Isn't that great that it did that? I wonder why it called him Jim. That's so weird. I'm going to go see what we told the AI about that. But look at this. He has 26,000 followers. Could you imagine if he took those people and put it into a dashboard like this one here? Could you imagine if you take the information and then put this information into your CRM with just a click of a button? Imagine if you had the ability to do that. How cool would that be? So if you want to learn how to use these tools, really powerful if you start building your own dashboard, just like this. Now I have my own version of my dashboard here. Oh, you guys are not even seeing this. But I have my own version of my dashboard, just like this one here. And this one is what mine looks like. So let me just quickly show you. Share this tab instead. Okay, so if I want to enrich any of these, let's say I want to enrich somebody here. So I would just hit yes here to enrich this guy, Graham or Timothy Hook. Let's say I wanted to enrich Timothy Hook. I would just hit yes. And then I would go into one of these tools. For example, make.com. I can choose any of these enrichment tools that I have over here that are available to me. And I can say, okay, pick Rocket Reach or pick Snub or pick this one here. So I'm going to just go to this one. Now this one's enabled. I'm going to hit run. It's going to find that one, that person. Let's see who it found. Prospect doesn't have any positions. Timothy Hook, you see? And it's going to look for his email address. So it was able to find that he's in the greater Phoenix area. Did not find his skills. It found his current job here, his industry, which is cool. But it wasn't able to find his email address. Let me see. You see, if his email is empty, I don't even bother sending it to the system. Although I should really enrich with whatever information I could technically find on this person. But in this case, I basically just said, all right, well, I wasn't able to find anything on this person, so don't do anything if you can't find anything. But really what I can do is if you fail, go ahead and try to, I'm just going to disable this right over here and disable this route. I'm going to enable this route here now. Let's see if we can find his email using PDL. I'm going to enable this route. We're going to run this again. So now instead of it going this way, it's going to go in here. All right, so I was able to find it and I was able to enrich it. So let's go back to the link. to the dashboard. And all this is, I'm building all this. You see it was updated here. Share this tab instead. You see it says enriched by PDL. So if we go to enrich profile data, scroll down, we'll find it over here, I believe. Enriched connections, Timothy Hook. So this is his company name. This is his industry. This is his gender, his location, his cell phone number, his email address. Let's see, his company size and who enriched it. So I was able to pull out some pretty cool information on this person right here, just like that. And if I want to get profile data, I would use another AI to pull his profile data. I'm not sure if you guys are finding this valuable, but I find it extremely valuable for me to be able to pull this type of information about any person, any of my connections. But you first need a dashboard in order for you to use these enrichment tools. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you enjoyed this, let me know that you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you want a dashboard. Just write, I want a dashboard. And I'll see you on the next video.